Welcome back to the channel. My name is Raymond Cooper, and this is the Truth for Mr. Cooper YouTube page. I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to go back to my old self. I didn't want to go back to talking about things, but I feel like sometimes you just have to get things out to make things better. And maybe some of you guys are feeling the same thing, or maybe some of you guys see the same things that I hear and do with my job. So with the job I have here, I'm not going to say any names, clients, my company, so on and so on. I'm not going to say anything. But the job I work for, what I do is I simply do collections / accounts receivable for my company. So basically my day consists of reaching out to customers or clients and saying, hey, we have a couple open invoices here. Have they been paid already? Or are they in process of being paid? Just to get details on how okay, this is where this payment is, this is where this payment is coming from, so on and so on. So that's the gist of my job. That's what I basically do for the most part. And today, I don't even know how to even explain the individual. I'm not going to put male or female out there, but the individual that I had to deal with for a short time today. So I reached out to a client today and I said, hey, we have this open invoice. Where's the payment? So the client sends me a email back stating, oh, well, here it is. And all the email said was invoice status success. Nothing else. And that's what he sends to me. And that's what he thinks was enough. He thought that was enough to send to me. So I have to email him back and say, hey, no, I need more details. And he goes, oh, like what? And so I explained to him, how it was paid, when it was paid, when it was processed, when it was sent. Normal things that you should know if you're in this type of business. So he goes, oh, well, maybe this should be able to help you. So I'm like, all right. So he sends me a Excel spreadsheet. And normally when somebody sends you an Excel spreadsheet, those are in my line of work and what I've been doing lately. It very does. When I tell you this man sent me a Excel spreadsheet for the one invoice, and all it said was the invoice number, the date they got the invoice, and what else was said on it? Those two things stuck out to me. Oh yes, and then where the invoice was being sent to, which are things I already knew. I knew those things just by looking at the account, because on the application that we use, it already tells me bill date, due date, invoice number, how much, if this client gets a discount. I know all that stuff right already. So what you're telling me, sir, I already know. So I have to go back to this gentleman and I say, no, I need to know how it's being paid. When is it going to be? When is it going to be paid? If it has been paid, when was it processed? When has it left? When has the funds been cashed? Things like that manner. I shit you not. This man sends me an email saying, in 3 words, that's it, paid by check. That's all this man sends me. It's paid by check. So I have to email. Now once again, this conversation, this email thread, this back and forth between me and the gentleman, this should have already ended at 10:30 this morning. We are now at almost 2:30 in the afternoon, me and him emailing back and forth, because obviously I have other clients that I have to attend to, and he has probably other things that he's doing besides responding back to my email. So I get it. That's the time period is not the issue. It's how much time went into this to get to where we got. So I email him back. I tell him, sir, I need you to I need check. If we're paying by check, I need check number, when it was cut, when it was mailed, if it has been processed. Normal things you would know if you are doing accounts payable for a company, I assume. I send that to them. I get an email back roughly about 20-30 minutes later. The email says, "Oh, my apologies. This payment hasn't been fucking paid for yet. I'm sorry for the confusion." Do you know this conversation would have ended 4 hours ago if he would have simply just said, "Oh, this hasn't been paid yet." So the entire day, I'm thinking this has already been paid because of the terminology that he's using, and come to find out that he wasn't even... the company hasn't even paid for it yet. Now, granted, the payment was due back on July 28th, so I'm like, oh, okay, but that's another subject for another day. I wanted to get this out here. I'm going to put it out there in the Facebook group that I'm in. See if maybe you guys are feeling the exact same way. But at this time, this is the truth from Mr. Cooper. My name is Raymond Cooper. Have yourself a good day.